The call came on a dark, stormy night. A woman named Mrs. Peterson needed a last-minute babysitter for her son, Tommy. My name is Jessica, and as a college student always short on cash, I jumped at the opportunity. The house was an old Victorian, looming at the end of a long, winding driveway. It looked like something straight out of a horror movie. But hey, money is money, right? Mrs. Peterson was in a frantic hurry. She gave me a quick tour, pointing out the kitchen, Tommy's room, and the basement door, which was secured with a heavy, industrial-looking bolt. "Never, ever go down there," she said, her eyes wide with a strange intensity. "And whatever you do, don't unbolt that door." Then she was gone, leaving me alone in the cavernous house with her son. Tommy was a quiet, pale boy with eyes that seemed too old for his face. He was drawing at the kitchen table, sketching a tall, spindly figure with long, stringy hair and too many joints in its arms. "Who's that?" I asked, trying to sound cheerful. He didn't look up. "That's other Mom," he whispered. "She lives in the basement." A chill went down my spine, but I brushed it off. Kids have wild imaginations. We played some board games. I made him a snack, and soon it was his bedtime. As I tucked him in, he grabbed my arm. "Don't let her out," he pleaded. "She pretend to be my real Mom, but she's not. You'll know it's her because she can't smile right." I promised him I wouldn't, ruffled his hair, and left his room, leaving the door slightly ajar. Back downstairs, the storm was getting worse. The lights flickered and then went out completely. I fumbled for my phone, its flashlight cutting a nervous beam through the oppressive darkness. That's when I heard it. A soft scratching sound. It was coming from the basement door. Scratch, scratch, scratch. My heart hammered against my ribs. I backed away, my eyes glued to the heavy bolt. Then a voice, soft and sweet, drifted from the other side of the door. "Jessica? Honey, I came home early. I seem to have forgotten my keys. Can you let me in?" It sounded exactly like Mrs. Peterson, but I knew she had her keys, and she wouldn't be in the basement. My blood ran cold. It was her, the other Mom. "I know you're out there, sweetie," the voice cooed, the sweetness now tinged with something sharp and hungry. Then came a loud bang against the door, making me scream. The bolt rattled in its housing. Bang! Bang! The wood of the door started to splinter. I ran, my only thought to get Tommy and get out. But as I reached the front door, I found it locked. The windows were barred. We were trapped. The banging from the basement stopped. Silence. A terrifying, heavy silence. Suddenly, I heard footsteps creaking on the floorboards above me. It was in the house. It had gotten out. I hid in a closet, my hand clamped over my mouth to stifle my sobs. I could hear it moving around, its footsteps unnaturally heavy. It was calling my name, its voice a twisted, distorted mimicry of Mrs. Peterson's. I spent the entire night huddled in that closet, listening to the monster roam the halls. Just before dawn, the sounds stopped. I waited until the first rays of sun crept through the blinds before I dared to move. I found Tommy safe in his bed, fast asleep. The house was silent. The basement door was shut, the bolt back in place, though the wood around it was shattered. When Mrs. Peterson returned, she didn't seem surprised to see my terrified state. She just gave me a tired, sad look. She explained that the creature was tied to the house, to her family. It had to be fed. Babysitters were its meal. But since I had survived the night, I had proven myself. I was offered a choice: become its next victim or become its new keeper. Every week, I have to find someone new, someone to take my place. So, tell me, are you free next Friday night? Thanks for watching.